Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching, and we're now in FortressCraft Evolved Season 1 Episode 7. So we have a working smelter block, and the next thing to do is to look at a laboratory and research. Now I've set up a power block for the laboratory, which I'll explain in a moment, but I thought I'd check the threat level once I'd done that, and it had climbed up to 84 and was still going up. So I've crafted another couple of threat reducers and popped them up on the CPH, and as you can see the threat level is now down at 22 and still dropping, so much happier with that. Now the reason for having done a power block that I'm about to show you is because the laboratory takes a lot of power to run. A ridiculous amount. So I have created the Borg cube of power. A very simple concept and very efficient. You put a hopper, standard storage hopper, in the centre. You feed a conveyor belt in to one face of it, which will feed in the coal, and on the other 5 faces you put a generator, and then you fill in all the blanks, all the gaps, with batteries. And this gives you a 3x3x3 cube, which will transfer a lot of power to a laboratory, because a laboratory is a 3x3x3 structure, and you can park it up against a full face and it will gain the full energy transfer rate from one generator and 8 batteries. So you can feed it quite a lot of power per second, and that sort of setup, the Borg cube, is what I will use for most power generation as we need more and more power bits. Because you can also, of course, you've got a lot of facets to it for being able to transmit power via laser. If you want to do that as well. If you really want to get your laboratory humming, you can actually... You need one face of the laboratory open so you can access it, but the other 5 faces of the laboratory, strictly speaking, you could put a cube up against each of them. And have 5 times the power transfer rate. We'll see whether we need to do that or not. So, as I was saying, what we're looking at now is the laboratory and stuff. As you move on, some of these things, you know, we can, well, if all of these things we can already research. However, the projects you'll see, like resin handling, basic miner upgrades, basic logistics, you'll see don't have a cost associated with them. And this is because they require a laboratory to research and require experimental pods to unlock. Now the upgraded power grid I do want anyway, so I'll research that. The spider bot I am going to want. I don't know if I want it just yet though. Power storage Mark II, yeah, we'll take that. I think the 3-in-1 zipper merge, we'll take that. The crude organic lens, we'll take that. Not too worried about the excavators because I haven't found them particularly useful yet. Laboratory components we definitely need. The research assembler we definitely need. The coal enricher, we need glands from wasps and slimes for that. We're going to need the copper housing. I'll save the points for the moment, but the coal enricher is probably a good one to get. So that's 8, along with the spider bot, which I'm going to need, which is 18. That would only leave me with 14, so for the moment I'll leave it where it is. Oh, now the induction charger. Now that's also easy to use way of transferring low power to many machines. The induction charger provides power routing over a 5x5 area. That's all it tells me. Okay, we'll research that then. But what I need are the laboratory components. Which will be here somewhere. Have I gone past it? No, there. Must be placed in a 3x3 configuration. 3x3x3 configuration. So I need 27 laboratory components. Now for those I need basic experimental pods. So I need a research assembler. For which I need copper housing. Alright.
Crafting.
I'm only going to craft one of these to begin with. Craft one of those, and then we need basic experimental pods, and we're going to need 15 basic experimental pods. So we'll pop back downstairs. And I'm going to research a lift before too long, I think. Now I know I need PCBs and something else for it. 6. It's PCBs and plates, or PCBs and... but I think it's PCBs and plates. So I'm going to put it... I'm going to give myself a little bit of space to play with, so we'll go with 4. And I'm also going to need one of those zippers that I just checked, and in fact I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to put it here, because then I can throw a laser at it from the cube, from the Borg cube, to give it power. Okay, so it combines 6 plates and 2 PCBs into research pods. And different inputs, surprise surprise, give it different outputs. I may need to add a couple extra batteries on top of the Borg cube, or build another Borg cube, but we'll get round to that. So, alright, I'm going to need a 3-in-1 zipper, and the reason for that is because it takes 6 plates and 2 PCBs, and the easiest way to do that is to merge them onto a feed line and into a hopper. So let's have a look. It's under there. 3-in-1 zipper merge, and I need a stamper plant for that. Okay, build a stamper plant. Then we want a 3-in-1 zipper merge, and that should do us. So what we're going to need, yes, I did have one left. Yeah. So I need to provide it with power. And then I need an input hopper and an output hopper. And I think the way to do this is going to be put the output hopper there. The input hopper, I don't need a particularly big one, so I'm only going to use one of the green ones, one of the mini hoppers. Then we need to put down the zipper, and that takes input from two directions. So I put the input there. I'm going to move all of these one further up. Because I think I need the extra spot. One. Yeah, there. And the research assembler goes there, and the standard hopper goes there. Because what we need to do, got to look at this thing and work it out. Yeah, we've got input. Let's turn the light on. We've got input from two sides, so I need to put PCBs in there, and I need to put copper plates in here, and that will produce me oops, get off. Just realised that's supposed to be going into the input hopper. There we go. So I will put that PCB back in there that I just picked up, if I can find it. That's not a basic, no, it's a primary PCB there. So shift click, I only want one. There we go. That should be fine. It's slightly out of sync, in fact, because I did that, but not going to worry too much. And there we go, we've already produced one. So as long as it gets fed the right ratio of plates and PCBs, it will produce the experimental modules. So what I can do again, the only worry I've got, really the only worry I've got about building the same height, building 5 vertically of each of these, is that it's going to use up a lot of plates and PCBs, which I may need for other things. But on balance, I think I will need to do it anyway. Yeah. what I can perhaps do is limit it to 2 output hoppers so that it doesn't go crazy with the production of research pods. But then again, I've a feeling that as I say, I'm going to need a hell of a lot of the things. Okay, that's got the right number. What's up with this? Ah, yeah, it's again, these things are power hungry as well, and it's only very slowly building up power. That's where this induction field may come in useful, I don't know. Now another option, I don't know how fast the batteries store power or pass power on, what the PPS transfer rate is. But I'm just wondering if I put a battery up this side of these things, whether it would do better for them. I'll leave it for now. Slow is okay for the moment. So I'm going to wait for it to finish building the experimental pod. As you can see at the top right, it's suggesting I fit faster motors to the ore extractors. Well, that's a valid option, but at the moment, with my current production speed, I'm producing ore as fast as or faster than I can use it. You know, there are no gaps on the conveyor belts at all. Now, it may be that we would get gaps if I had faster conveyor belts, but that's another research thing that I want to work towards. That there's a machine that you can get that apparently automatically upgrades your conveyor belts, and I definitely want to look into that. What I'll do for the moment is I will leave this alone and go away, pause the video, and we'll come back once I've got enough of the research pods to actually build a laboratory. See you in a bit. Okay, we're back, and I've just collected the research pods that I need. As you can see, I've now extended this to also be 4 high, so it goes up to the lithium level at the moment. Unfortunately, I did then realise that I'd actually blocked off my hoppers with the bar stocks in them, so I had to build a little staircase up here so that I can collect the bars as and when they're produced. I also had to put the other laser emitters on the side of the Borg cube to power these research pod assemblers, and I've added one more battery onto the top of the Borg cube for the 4th research assembler. As and when it becomes necessary to put on another research assembler at the top there for nickel or whatever comes next, what I may well do is, by that time I expect to have the laboratory, which is going to go in this 3x3 area here, and I may actually build an entire another Borg cube on top of the laboratory, because, as I said, labs apparently take a lot of power. Now, in the meantime, I've also started streaming this, just so that the people who like to watch me can keep up with what's going on. But in the meantime, we need 9. Each one of these produces 9. I need 27, so I need to build 3 of these.
Crafting, crafting, crafting.
Okay, let's go build a lab. go. Number 8. One laboratory. This research laboratory is very power hungry. Think big. A single pyrothermic generator won't be enough to power it. Maybe more like a dozen. First priority will have to be researching even better forms of power. That's fair enough. And in fact you can see that it's sucking up power at the moment. I think. Yeah, it's got to be that doing it. And it's just about emptied all the batteries there. That was quite impressive the way it did that, in fact. So I definitely feel that I'm going to need another Borg cube. Which means 8, 16, 19, 20... Yeah. 20 batteries, 5 generators, and a hopper. Well, I've got the hopper. If I'm going to build it with green batteries, which is probably all I can afford to do at the moment, I need another 15 of those. And I think I've got enough generators. Yeah, I've got enough generators. So yeah, let's build another one of those. Let's make 15 more batteries. In fact, only 14 more batteries because I can use the one that's already on top. Batteries. I can only make 11 at the moment until I get some more tin bars. But that should be enough to at least set the thing up. Right, let's have a look. We need a generator in the middle. We want to surround that with batteries. I'll leave that one there just for the moment. We need the hopper in the middle, and for every face of the hopper we need another generator. Then batteries for the corners. And yeah, forgot, you got to leave a gap to be able to put the coal into it. So one more generator there, and then it's just surround the thing with batteries again, which is 2, 3, 4, and I need another 4. But then I also need another turntable to split the coal down even further. So turntable and 4 batteries. Need more tin than that. I'm going to have to wait for the tin now. So we'll take a quick off-camera pause until the tin's been produced. Welcome back, guys. I've collected some tin, or got enough tin to do what I needed to do. As you can see, I've now split the coal line again, completed the second Borg cube on top of the lab, shifted this transmitter. Forgot to put the lens back into it though. There we go. Shifted this transmitter over there. I turned these off, the research pod assemblers off for the moment, simply because I need to restock, particularly my tin bars. My tin bars are not looking healthy at all at the moment. In fact, I've got 6 of them. So what I think I would need to do for now is keep building up my stock of tin and copper bars, but I'll turn the iron feed back on. And possibly the lithium feed for the moment. Yeah, because I don't think I've got any of those at all. Come on, there we go. So that's just waiting on a plate, and that should then kick off. There we go. Yep, that's now crafting some of those intermediate experimental pods. In fact, I will take out what we've got of those so far, and let's pop those into some sort of order so that I can see them more easily. There we go. In fact, yeah, I don't need lithium plates at the moment, but I'm just put everything in some sort of cohesive order. Since I'm carrying wire as well, I'm not quite sure why, but we'll pop that in there as well. And PCBs, that's iron and those. There we go. I can also make some more torches while I'm here. Let's have another 25 torches. And just while we were off camera, and whilst I'm waiting for the tin again, I did go and do a little bit of exploration down here again, and found 2 or 3 diamond crystals, but I also found the fact that we've got hardened resin over here, and there's an entrance through here which comes down. There's more hardened resin here, and there's an entrance that comes down to another big cave. I mean, as you can see, this goes down quite a ways, so that's going to be something else that's worth investigating. I'm still looking for sizable deposits, always worth keeping an eye open. In fact, let's just do a ping. Whoa, that's... oh yes, I checked this one actually while I was here before. But that's just over 1 million iron. But it's going to be fun getting down there when I want to go down there. I'm going to call it here for this episode. Thanks guys. If you like what you see, please press the like button. If you want to see more, press that subscribe button. Catch you later. That's more coal, I think, as well. trace amounts.